Grisa el asunto. Chuy Almada quiere incluso el knockout. Trata de sacudirse la presión. Alberto Del Río hace un esfuerzo desesperado. Cuidado, esa mano derecha en forma de upper llevaba malas intenciones. Vuelve a conectar de manera violentísima Chuy Almada y el patrón está tocado. Cuidado, viene la intervención y esto se va a detener. Se va a detener y hasta aquí debe de quedarse ya. Esto no está bien, señoras y señores. El tercero intervino de manera correcta, dictaminando que la pelea se tenía que detener en ese momento porque dio la espalda a Alberto Del Río y lo que están haciendo las esquinas, señoras y señores, para afuera. ¡Vámonos!
¿A qué se
¡Travieso!
¡Qué bárbaro! ¡Qué decepción que hagan esto!
Sí.
Los peleadores bien. Chuy Almada haciendo su trabajo. Alberto Del
Hey guys, welcome back to Duality 7X. I'm your host Shiraz. Today I got an exciting story for you guys. It's full of drama, chaos, action, and it has to do with the former WWE Champion, Alberto Del Rio. Yes guys, Alberto Del Rio is back. He's back in action, and all for the wrong reasons, guys. Let me tell you what happened. Alberto Del Rio enters into a ring for a boxing fight, but then 2 rounds later, guys, all hell breaks loose. The entire situation that was unfolding in the ring exploded within seconds, and it all had to do with Alberto Del Rio because he turned a boxing match into a full-blown ring brawl that, yeah, and if you guys are thinking of like MLB brawls where the bench clearing brawls, this is what happened, but in the ring, in a boxing fight. And guys, this tells you that moments like this is where the world of professional wrestling and the world of combat sports are starting to collide in the weirdest ways possible, guys. So yeah, I want to kind of get into that, guys. Again, I'm Shiraz. Welcome to Duality 7X. Please make sure to smash a like and subscribe. But look, guys, at first glance, yes, it does seem like a lot of chaos. It does seem like a lot of hell broke loose, and it did. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, here we go, another professional wrestler who's just stirring up shit and likes to do, likes to flip the script upside down, so, just for ratings. Well, there's a bigger picture at play, guys. So when you actually look at the bigger picture and when you actually zoom out, things start to make sense a little bit, right? The situation actually highlights something that a lot of people are actually starting to pick up on, and it's kind of what's happening in the world of combat sports, right? Because we're starting to see a lot more crossover athletes, okay? A lot of athletes who are crossing over from boxing into MMA, from MMA into boxing, and from professional wrestling, okay? From professional wrestling and into MMA. And even into boxing. And we're starting to see this a lot more now. It's starting to become a lot more frequent, and sometimes things like this get messy. I mean, just look at Jake Paul. Jake Paul just signed Nate Diaz to MVP Promotions. He's got Francis Ngannou. He's got Ronda Rousey. He's starting to get a lot of recognizable talent, big stars, and they're going to have their first MMA bout happening on May 16th. It's going to take place at the Intuit Dome. Nate Diaz is going to take on another former UFC chaotic opponent in the name of Mike Perry, and that's going to be on the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano undercard. That's going to be absolutely insane, guys. A lot of people are going to tune into this, but again, Gina Carano, she's got an MMA boxing background. She's she's a very famous actress. You got Ronda Rousey, who, was a world champion in the UFC, a world champion in WWE. Nate Diaz, Jake Paul. I mean, it goes on and on and on, guys. Mike Perry, Francis Ngannou, who also was a UFC fighter and then went into boxing, professional boxing, fought the likes of Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and then he did PFL for a little while, and he left PFL. It's exciting times, guys. We're starting to see so many crossover athletes, and it's super exciting. But Alberto Del Rio, I mean, he's got a combat sports background. He's not just a professional wrestler. I mean, he was a major star, yes, in the WWE during the late 2000s. Holding the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, that this guy was one of the biggest stars, biggest company and biggest international stars. But outside of professional wrestling, Del Rio has always had a connection to real combat sports, right? I mean, before Del Rio even started his professional wrestling career, he actually competed in mixed martial arts. He was an MMA fighter, and he had a 9-6 professional record. And to be fair, his MMA career had mixed results, but I mean, he didn't do too bad. I mean, many fans still remember when he fought Mirko. If you guys remember the Mirko Cro Cop fight, I know what, probably he's one of the most dangerous strikers in MMA, guys. I mean, that fight ended in just 46 seconds, but Cro Cop knocking Del Rio out. I mean, anyways, Del Rio has always tried to keep one foot in the world of MMA, one foot out. He's always been flirting with the different styles of combat sports. But I mean, he also loves professional wrestling, but he also likes real fighting as well too. I mean, he is one tough guy. All right, but let's fast forward to this past weekend, guys, because Del Rio stepped into the ring for a boxing event at Ring Royale, and he faced Chuy Almada. Now, the fight barely got started, guys, and honestly, it lasted just 2 rounds before things completely broke down and ripped between the seams, because all of a sudden, chaos just ensued. All hell broke loose. The corners got involved. People got involved. People started shouting, throwing things, and then the fight basically turned into a full-scale ring brawl. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. And at one point, Del Rio was seen taking his gloves off with the help of his team, only to walk directly towards his opponent and start throwing punches without gloves. And I mean, at that point, the fight completely lost control. I'm pretty sure the sanctioning bodies are going to get involved. There's going to be fines levied for sure, 100%. But I mean, the escalation was just something like surreal, all right? And the part that actually stood out the most while watching this whole situation, blow up in flames, is when Del Rio himself looked exhausted by the end of the second round. And he walked back to his corner with his hands down. He looked gassed. He looked tired. And then he appeared to signal for somebody or someone from his own corner to enter the ring. And then that's when everything started to escalate. So this looks like it must have been a planned motive by Del Rio. But when things started to escalate, it was just chaos, guys. And then once the team started entering the ring during the fight, the entire situation just spiraled out of control very, very fast. All right? So it wasn't a boxing match anymore, guys. It was a ring melee. And anyways, the bigger question, honestly, guys, is with the situation and with the way the situation unfolded before a lot of people's eyes, with the way this fight ended, why are we suddenly seeing so many crossover moments between pro wrestling and real combat sports again? Because I mean, Del Rio is not the only example, guys. I mean, the industry is changing like it's never changed before, or you could say the industry is evolving. Right? It's evolving. A lot of these new hybrid combat sports are really starting to garner a lot of excitement and buzz, especially amongst some of the younger fighters. And a lot of people are trained not only in the art of boxing, but in the art of mixed martial arts as well too. So I mean, it tells you a lot about what's going on in the world, in the community, and in combat sports in general. But promotions are constantly searching for recognizable names, fighters who can bring attention, fighters who already have a mass followings, a big audience, and a former pro wrestling star totally fits that role perfectly, guys. I mean, who knows, maybe Jake Paul's probably reaching out to him as we speak, all right? I mean, pro wrestlers already understand media hype, they understand how to sell a fight, they understand the promotion, storytelling, and what all needs to happen for a fight to sell, right? And that's why wrestlers are so great at crossing over into the world of Hollywood, movies, and and other things because they're just very good at what they do. They do a lot of training, not just in the ring, but also on themselves in front of a camera, because the more marketable a person is, the better it is for that fighter, the more money they're going to earn, and the better it is for the promotion as well too. And then that's why you see a lot of fighters get a lot more TV time, right? And so anyways, look, Brock Lesnar is a shining example. When he left the WWE to go into the world of UFC, he came out as UFC champion. CM Punk tried it. CM Punk also admits that he came in a little bit too late in the game, and it didn't work for him. He tried, but he was able to bounce back and build his professional pro wrestling career. Jake Paul built his entire career around crossover events, and then now you got somebody like Alberto Del Rio, former WWE champion, stepping into a boxing ring at 48 years old, because, I mean, even if the fight itself is not elite level competition, the name recognition still sells. People will be coming from miles around just to watch Alberto Del Rio fight. Why? Because he's Alberto Del Rio, right? So this is another reason why the situation is becoming a lot more interesting right now, not only in the world of combat sports, not only in the world of mixed martial arts or boxing, but in Alberto Del Rio's life as well, his own career, right? I mean, he's been very, very active as a pro wrestler ever since he was young. And, you know, like the promotions he worked with AAA in Mexico, which was subsequently acquired by the WWE in 2025. And I mean, WWE, you have to understand, previously released Del Rio twice during his career. So his position in the world of wrestling now is a bit complicated. And in the fact that his current promotion that he was working with, AAA in Mexico, just got acquired by the WWE, makes it a bit awkward. But I mean, forget awkward, guys. These are professional wrestlers. They're entertainers, and they make up quickly. Look at CM Punk, had a falling out with the McMahons, with the WWE, and he came back and he's world champion, right? This explains why we're seeing guys like Alberto Del Rio explore a lot more opportunities in other combat sports again. But anyways, guys, crossover fights like this can go one of two ways. Sometimes it can create massive moments that can go viral on social media, and sometimes it just turns into chaos. And in this case, Alberto Del Rio's boxing match turned into chaos, and maybe because he realizes he was either losing or he just couldn't fight anymore. I don't know, but when athletes from different backgrounds step into the same environment, into environments that are not really the same, sometimes emotions can run high, egos can get involved, and anyways, you guys know what happened, right? So the real takeaway here is combat sports and entertainment fighting are becoming a lot more connected, more than ever before. Boxing, MMA, professional wrestling, influencer fights, guys, all of these worlds are colliding, they're intertwining, they're overlapping on one another. And people like Jake Paul have their promotions company. You've got the UFC, you've got Zuffa Boxing that Dana White put together. He's crossed over into the world of boxing. You got Jake Paul, who's crossed over into the world of MMA. You got Eddie Hearn, a very legendary boxing manager. His promotion company just signed the current UFC heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall. And what makes this all awkward is the fact that Eddie Hearn and Dana White are not friends. These guys despise each other. And then you got Dana White with Zuffa Boxing just signed Conor Benn, and now there's rumors that he might be signing Shakur Stevenson. Anyways, guys, promotions like this are experimenting with a lot of crossover events, and it's super exciting because they know one thing: attention equals big, big money. This is why you got Paramount Plus and you've got Netflix, who are all right there ready to cash in. And fighters with big recognizable names, even controversial ones, they're always going to bring in big, big hype. It's going to happen no matter what. Even if the result is chaos, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, let me hear from you. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you guys enjoy this breakdown? What do you guys think of Alberto Del Rio? Is he still, do you guys remember Alberto Del Rio? Is he even relevant? You know, like 10, 15, 15 years later? Is this somebody that you would follow if you saw him more often? Or are you just excited about the possibility of professional wrestling or more professional wrestlers potentially crossing over into boxing, into MMA, and wanting to see that happen? Well, anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this breakdown, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in for more exciting stories like this. The pleasure was all mine. I look forward to catching you guys in tomorrow's video.